everyone, and welcome back to Director Watch, an Awards Watch podcast that attempts to get inside the mind of cinema's greatest auteurs, explore what drives them, and maybe we go on a few unrelated tangents along the way. I'm Ryan McQuade, the executive editor here at Awards Watch, and joining me as always is Mr. Marbles himself, my co-host Jay Ledbetter.
Ryan, generally I am a gentle sleeper. I'm not a very active sleeper by any stretch of the imagination. But today we're talking about to sleep with anger. I think is this the Charles Burnett movie? Is this the most sort of important Burnett film that we're going to talk about in the series?
This is the big one, buddy.
Okay.
Of the three that we're going to do, this is the meat.
You know, we love talking about the biggest movie to talk about in a series.
This is the meat of the conversation. You know what I'm trying to say? Like this is the, this is the
Killer
one
of Sleep
sandwich.
Sheep is a big deal.
It's a big deal. That's a big top piece of bread. And then this one is all the great fixins.
This is the fillet.
Yeah, this is. Ooh, you like a fillet inside your sandwich? What the heck are you talking about there? Like, this is the roast.
Well, I'm not even talking about a sandwich. I'm just talking about like the
corned beef,
the finest cut.
Yeah, the corned beef.
But can I tell you something?
Oh no, dude, you're gonna. I think you've said this before, but I'm really gonna be mad that you're gonna say it again. Sure. What are you gonna say?
Filet overrated.
Oh, really?
Because the thing that people love about the filet
is that?
How clean and unfatty it is. A little bit of fat adds a lot of flavor.
Yeah, that's true. I think for it's not my preferred choice, but done the proper way, it can be quite flavorful.
A great fillet can be flavorful, but I do think you need
an average, but most
accoutrement to a fillet, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, like the ribeye is the right answer.
Love a ribeye.
The ribeye. A New York strip's
might be
not
the
bad
best.
Either.
A hamburger.
Now you're talking.
I love a hamburger.
Is that your favorite type of what's your favorite type of meat? Is it steak? Is it
Oh, if I like from pure
just I'm not like, if you had your choice, somebody you can have any type of meat you want.
Death row meal. I'm going steak for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But my favorite cut of steak. What's your favorite cut of steak?
I mean, a ribeye is like the one I love the most, but then also like prime rib is pretty great as well too. Like they serve their purposes in a lot of ways. Because if I'm going to like a Brazilian steakhouse where like I've got all the choices of the meat, right? This place that's by us here that I'm going to later literally actually tomorrow night. They do a bottom sirloin, which is incredible. But yeah, no, mostly a ribeye.
Are you familiar with spinalis?
I might, but kindly explain to me and don't spare any details.
I think it is far and away the greatest cut of steak I've ever had. It is the ribeye. They call it the ribeye cap.
Oh yeah.
It is the meat that grows closest to the spinal cord.
That's like the clinical definition. What do they call it again? The spinalis. What is it? What'd you say?
Spinalis. Yeah, spinalis.
Okay.
It is 100% the greatest cut of steak.
And Jay, let me ask you, how you getting that spinalis?
Temperature.
Yeah.
Medium rare on the rare side. So
okay.
I go.
Thank you. Yeah. This is so going to be helpful when you go to Telluride because like
Pittsburgh style though.
Pittsburgh style. I'm not familiar with that. How's that?
That's like it's basically like flash cooked. It's like really crispy on the outside, but kept really rare on the inside.
Correct. This is correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Where you just like and then you're done.
Pittsburgh style.
That is 100% the way Eric and Sophia also like their steaks.
Mm-hmm.
So when a little inside baseball, folks, Jay's going to Telluride this year with us at the AwardsWatch team.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. And the first night we're there, we go to a steakhouse, and that's That's what you're going to probably end up doing, which
Wow.
I'm really excited for.
But most places don't have a pure spinalis.
No,
They'll do the ribeye and then they'll just give you the ribeye, which includes the cap
yes,
most of the time, which is the spinalis. So,
yeah, which is the best part of it. Exactly.
yeah,
But we're not here to talk about meat, though. We're talking about a meaty film,
a meaty film. Absolutely.
right? There's a lot to chew on this with this bad boy. We're here to talk about To Sleep with Anger, second film in our Charles Burnett movie series. Um, kind of I gotta say it like a little bit of a swerve in terms of narrative, but not in terms of theme. I'm gonna say this
It's a
bad boy is
swerve. Yeah, I agree. And as far as
tone and theme. It's very
theme is
consistent.
concerned,
Yeah.
but it is told in a much different way than his first two films.
Yeah. Which you saw his middle film in between this, if I'm not mistaken,
I
correct?
did. My brother's wedding.
I
Yeah.
am so proud of you because this is going to be one of the first times in a while that you are following along and being your completest self, and you get to talk about this a little bit.
Watching the in between stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this is always my favorite part when you get to do this, and I know our listeners love it too. So, in between To Sleep with Anger and Killers of Sleep, there was again.
My brother's wedding.
Okay, and how was it?
That was 1983, 5 or 6 years, depending on when you consider the release of Killers of Sheep.
Hmm.
Um, it is very much in line with everything you think of when you think of Charles Burnett. It does feel a little more slight. It is a film about he's I think 30 years old, black man living with his parents who works at a dry cleaner. Meanwhile, his more successful brother is marrying sort of a upper middle class black woman, and it is a film that does have more traditionally dramatic twists and turns. It feels a little bit like a middle ground between Killer of Sheep and To Sleep with Anger. It does have a lot of the naturalism of Killer of Sheep at times, but also has some more traditional dramatic elements that you find in some of his later stuff. But I think in that in between, it loses some of its power. It is a good movie, not a great movie by any stretch. It doesn't really have a hook to it. It's relatively straightforward. It does have some unexpected death and tragedy and things of that nature, but it feels more traditional in the way that it presents its death and tragedy and moral ambiguity. So it's certainly a lesser Burnett film in my opinion, but that gave way to 7 whole years later, To Sleep with Anger. So that's the one that we're going to be talking about today.
Yes, we are. We are here to talk about his biggest film of his filmography, the first film of his that was put on physical media as well too by the Criterion Collection, this Blu-ray with a I gotta
And
say,
the one that was the first one that was made for like real money.
yeah, and also gotta say, gorgeous Criterion cover for
Great,
this bad boy.
yes, great artistic criterion packaging, and a great
A plus all around.
presentation on the disc. Yeah.
This is you know what I gotta say, when they do simple stuff, it's just the best stuff. When they just get somebody to come and do like a really good poster, put it in the plastic packaging. You know what one I'm like dreading to buy or dreading to get?
Uh-huh.
That sentimental value one looked rough.
Oh, I'm not getting that.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the cover art is awful.
Yeah, but you don't want the movie?
I'll get it on a flash sale.
Okay.
I don't adore that movie either.
I
You
see.
hated it for a long time.
I did. Oh my God. You got to stop doing that.
Like you like hated it.
It was a 3.5 star.
You said it was like Transformers 2 level.
I never said that. You see, this is what you do. You're being no better than the people on the internet. If you just like a movie, don't love it.
I'm a poster, man. Let me post.
And then like what? Like I saw it a couple months later on actual sleep.
Yeah, because you were pressured into liking it and then you liked it.
Oh, and then I loved it. I like
What is
cried. Heaven
this will be the
forbid, heaven forbid I like form opinions differently over time and admit I was wrong.
going to Telluride this year will be the first honest to God film festival I've been to. Am I going to get
You think you're gonna get the festival bump?
the festival bump? I'm scared. I'm
I
worried.
gotta tell you that it takes time, I think, to get over that festival bump. I think that first year, definitely, I was like, yeah, I like all this stuff. Like, it's not that bad. You know what I mean? And, they picked it here. It's got to be good for a reason. You know what I mean? And then you see some bad shit over the years, and you go, you know what?
Well, it also depends.
Wrong.
We're gonna have a handful of people there. It depends what stuff we
I
divide and
mean,
conquer.
last year I saw. Well, I mean, you're gonna probably see anywhere
I
from
might
like
go
eight.
see Home Alone 5.
Well, okay. You'll probably see anywhere from like 8 to 12 films.
Yeah, but which one's am I reviewing?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's that. Well, you won't know that till we get there,
Right.
but like, yeah, sure, you'll review 2 titles, 3 titles out of the place.
If the Malik movie is at Telluride, I'm reviewing
I think unequivocally you would be
it. Yeah.
like this. I mean, Sophia and Eric and others are not here, but I mean,
I think
like,
just
come on, like, what are we
yeah.
talking about?
I mean,
Like,
to be clear, it's not going
it's
to
not
be,
going to happen.
but
But
if
like,
it
but like,
was,
well, as Jay would say about my basketball takes, we don't deal in hypotheticals. So like, we
yeah.
only deal
Well,
in
no, in this
facts.
instance, we do
We
deal in
do. It's just
hypotheticals.
oh, so we only deal in hypotheticals when it matters to you,
Well, no,
not
well,
to when it matters to
you're
me.
talking about like concrete awards based on hypotheticals. I'm just talking about
Your lunacy
things that
attempt to see this movie.
I'm talking about like if I could jump to the moon,
Do you think we
that
could
would
do it?
be sick.
I'm going to be honest with you. Do you think we could do a sports podcast, you and me together, and not kill each other?
No, no, no,
Okay.
no. Your takes are awful. I mean, they're unbelievable.
I mean, like, my takes are mostly to piss you off before we start these podcasts to get you riled up.
Well, also, if Cam Coleman is a great wide receiver for Texas, I will jump off a roof.
So I have been deliberately not sending you the photos from spring
Dude,
ball.
he's a freak of nature.
My dad has sent me at least 6 in the last 4 days. And I want to read this quote to him being like, this is true. This is true. Tell your friend Jay he looks awesome.
No, he's
And
amazing.
and he sent me
I could have told you that.
and he sent me this. Like him catching this over our corner.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah.
Look, I saw it in real games many times. He's in my opinion, better than Jeremiah Smith. Like I think he's the best wide receiver in the country.
I gotta say this. Can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
Just save space between us and our listeners.
Yeah, yeah.
Jeremiah Smith a little bit overrated.
Jeremiah Smith's very good, but
I've watched
Cam
my
Coleman, I
Texas
think is the best
I
receiver in the country.
I watched my Texas team lock him down 2 years in a row. Kind of, you know,
That game that y'all had against Ohio State last year shouldn't have counted.
it
Was
shouldn't have counted. Yeah,
It was such
such a bad
game.
game.
It was
It
horrible.
is, but also, if he's this great thing, he should have, he didn't play
Yeah.
well in that game or in the title game the
I
year
mean,
before. But he's a good
really good.
player, like easily going to go top 5 in the draft. Like not even like, I mean, right? He'll go top 5 in next year's draft, right?
Oh, most definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like him and Arch, right? Probably Arch.
I guess Arch will go top
I'm just
five.
saying, I don't think I don't know if he.
I'm the hater of
I know
haters
you
when
are.
it comes to
Listen,
Arch,
I'm not
but
saying he deserves it. I'm just saying somebody's going to draft him that high because his name and who he is. And he
what do you think
he's
Arch
good.
thinks of To Sleep with Anger?
I'm sure he loves it.
He loves it.
Like I'm sure he's cranking that.
His
Honestly,
uncle, movie star Peyton Manning, star of whatever that Bradley Cooper movie was called that I still haven't seen.
is this thing on?
Yeah, he's in that.
What is wrong with you, man? You have not seen a lot of stuff still.
Yeah. That just
Don't
took forever to get on
the platform. It's on
digital.
Hulu now.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Did you ever watch Ann Lee?
I did. Loved it.
Did you? Oh, okay.
Loved it. Yeah. Because I'm an
Really?
ally. Yeah.
Big Mona Fastball fan.
That's what people
Well,
don't
you were kind
realize.
of mixed on her one. What was that one with the lesbian one with oh God, Vanessa Kirby and is it Catherine Watterson?
Yeah. Yeah. That one was not
That
that
was
good.
not that good. This one,
Testament of Anne Lee was great. I like that more than Brutalist.
okay, now who's talking about controversial takes? Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I am the complete opposite of you. But you know what? That's what makes this podcast what it is sometimes.
We love it.
But also we agree a lot of the time now.
We do. Yeah.
Are you mad because like do you ever get mad about that? Because when we first started, I think we disagreed more. And
I
now
only
we
get mad
disagree.
about it when the rankings come in and our rankings are so similar.
Hmm.
Then I'm like,
Like when we have the
ugh.
number one film, like what we had 2 out of the last 3 years.
Well, that and also series rankings. I
Well,
feel
no,
like a lot of our
Wasn't
series rankings have
Oppie
been.
wasn't your number one. That was Killers of the Flower Moon.
No, Oppie was my number one at the time. I
And then you
flipped.
changed to Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah.
Did you pick that one up on the 4K?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Haven't watched it yet though, but I will. I will be soon.
Super excited to rewatch it again. Not that you should be excited to watch a movie like that, but it's nice to have that on a 4K. Pretty important film. Great film.
I
Um,
do quite like that film.
what do you think is going to be your number one movie this year? Put a
Oh, I'm pre-predicting
yeah, pre-predict.
Digger.
I knew you were going to say that just because that's the movie you. What if it's good? What if Digger is good?
That would be awesome.
Yeah, because then that means Cruise made
I
the right
love I
choice,
love good movies. Yeah.
and you
I
like
I I like good movies.
Cruise.
What will be my favorite movie of the year?
Is it weak sauce to say the Odyssey?
Uh I don't
Do
think it'll be The Odyssey.
no
It's
Narnia,
not gonna be Dune.
Narnia. I feel like you're going to be such a dick when Narnia comes out.
I hope Narnia is good. I like every Greta
I
Gerwig
know,
film.
but I just kind of feel like that's gonna be the movie everyone like people are like, oh, it's actually good, and Jay, you're gonna be like, that's poppycock. It's not actually
Mm.
that good.
The
And Jay's gonna
re-release,
actually use the word
the IMAX
poppycock.
re-release of Speed Racer will be my favorite movie of the year.
Do you think we can get Sophia to see that in IMAX when it comes out?
She
'Cause
lives in New York. She should see everything. I'm so jealous of all the stuff she gets to see. It's ridiculous.
I mean, you get to see stuff. You're in Atlanta. It's a major
But
place.
she's got the best screens.
That's true.
I've
That's
got
why I love going there.
if I want to go to true IMAX, I got to go really north.
Buddy, I gotta go all the way to Dallas if I want to see real IMAX on like film. I can see like regular. I can see a decent sized IMAX screen, but it's not in. It's in digital.
I've got a Limax.
Well, no, it's not a IMAX. It's a giant. It's a big IMAX screen. It's just not.
I'm not
It's
even
just
sure that
digital.
Atlanta proper has a true IMAX.
I hate when they in Austin
It's marketed as IMAX,
they
but I don't
they
think
put
it's.
for our IMAX screens they put us in a IMAX and it pisses me off because I rather you just do Dolby at that point and put me in a regular theater.
Dolby's really good. I will say.
Yeah, if you're not going to do that, just
It's not huge, but
no, but don't put me in the IMAX and tell me, oh, I'm seeing it in IMAX. Like it's ridiculous.
yeah.
Saw F1 in the real IMAX and that was great. Because cars go vroom vroom.
I still they were doing 70 IMAX for Project Hail Mary. Still haven't seen it.
I I told Sophia that I might selfishly take a weekend trip and fly all the way to New York just to see the Odyssey on in Lincoln Square 70 millimeter IMAX because it's the best screen in the world, and like I would want to do it. Like when I saw
That would
one battle,
be
it would be an expensive, stupid trip just to see a
so
movie.
that would
But
be a like $700
yeah,
screening.
yeah, worth it.
Okay.
Worth it.
Great.
I mean, I saw one battle there in that theater, and that movie changed my DNA. So there was
Mhm.
nothing like the River Hills in IMAX. Did you ever get to see it in IMAX?
What? Oh, no, no,
One
no. I
battle?
never saw one
But
battle in IMAX.
imagine that on like a giant IMAX screen, the River Hills,
I saw it in fake IMAX. I saw it in
and it's
Limax.
incredible.
It's still incredible. Yeah.
You know that movie's good.
One battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You know what they're not going to be able to do, Jay?
Hmm.
Not going to make me hate it just because it won Best Picture. Not going to do
Oh,
that
I'm
shit.
I'm furious.
You're furious, like you're angry. You think you're
It's
going to go to bed angry?
crazy that the
That I was right.
review podcast of that was longer than the movie.
It's not crazy. We had Eric on.
I know.
Love Eric, but our shows are generally longer when we have Eric on. And here's the
Well,
thing: we didn't even scratch the surface on that damn thing when we talked about it. When you really think about it, because we had only really seen it once, you and me.
it's a great film.
It's a great film, much like To Sleep with Anger.
Sleep with Anger, a great film.
Jay, your thoughts on? I'm going to go out and say it. This really wonderful film from Charles Burnett.
Really wonderful film. Yeah, first time watch for me. Um, I loved it. I love how kind of supernatural it feels.
Okay, you felt
Well,
that too when you were watching? Like,
absolutely. He's the Harry is the devil, man. I mean, it's very that there's a Rosemary's Baby kind of element to
like
it
a
early
voodoo,
in the
like
film
voodoo.
when
Yeah.
as soon as the pregnant woman tries to shake his hand, like the baby starts kicking really hard in her stomach. It's there is it does feel a little bit horror, which I like a lot, and that plays to Danny Glover's strengths, I think, to a certain extent. Danny Glover, I love Danny Glover, man. He's so versatile. He also has such a love for art. Like he
Mhm.
loves kind of more artistic filmmaking. He loves giving himself over to filmmakers, and he absolutely did that with this film. Burnett had a really hard time with My Brother's Wedding. My Brother's Wedding, it basically never got released because it
Yeah.
got bad reviews when it premiered, and they were like, "Oh, well, we're just not going to release it." What an insane thing to do! Just be like, scrap it.
I
No
mean,
thanks.
what would be the equivalent of that today?
Um, I don't know. I mean, there are movies that get basically dumped, but I don't know, like um
What, like they kill you, or whatever that Zazie Beats movie that's coming out that came out?
well, that one I think they were trying to make money on. But how about Under the Silver Lake? That's kind of
Oh
the
shit.
energy I
Yeah.
get from it, where they were just like, "Yeah, whatever. Get it out there. It's a
Just get it
we
out of
know it's a
here.
loss."
Yeah.
Um, but the thing is, My Brother's
I
Wedding.
like I like that's your studio. Like, I've given up on life was, just get it out there, just get it out of here. We'll take the back end points if there's any. Good
Oh
lord.
wait, Jay likes it a lot.
Oh,
Get
out of
it out
there,
of
out of
here.
here.
Don't bother.
Oh, they have
Um,
an accent like that too. Oh wow. Okay.
yeah.
Anyway.
But 7 years later we have To Sleep with Anger, and it does feel like, a budgetary step up. And it also feels like a shift to a more, to a certain extent, truly. I mean, it feels supernatural to me. As soon as Harry, the Danny Glover character, enters the story, we have this disturbing shift. And one of my favorite psychological phenomena is this idea that when you go to visit people from when you were younger and more reckless, you revert to your more reckless behavior of that time. And I
Mhm.
think this really speaks to that. But also, what this movie speaks to is this idea of sort of pre-civil rights South, because as we mentioned in the Killer of Sheep episode, Burnett was a guy who came from the South, migrated to South Central LA. And this is a movie that is obsessed with the South's influence on South Central Los Angeles, Watts. And I think that is as much as anything the crux of the movie. And it feels in many ways similar to Sinners.
Hmm.
I thought about Sinners a lot when they're
Interesting.
playing the blues. They talk about juke joints literally in
Hmm.
the movie.
It's
And
also something about like all the parties, like the fish fry, which is literally what they're doing
yep,
in the in Sinners as well. Yeah, that's a good call, Jay.
it definitely brought a lot of those
Like all these old familiar
ideas
faces that have,
to
been
to mind.
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It is like a return to an older time that is to a certain extent kind of backwards thinking.
Hmm.
It is the introduction of a devil, some version of the devil in the same way that we see in that film. But this is a film populated explicitly by black characters. So it's really the evil of the past very explicitly. It's like kind of this residue of the pre-civil rights era and the difficulties that came with the friends of that time. Really, it's not quite as much like a socio-political movie as it is a movie about these characters' very personal experiences, which I found pretty profound. This movie's great. I love this movie.
I think this movie rules.
It
In
rules.
and I think that I mean the best way I can also say is like on a rewatch, this might be a 5 out of 5. This might be a masterpiece. Um,
Yeah, yeah. I'm at a
it
4.5
same,
after first watch. Yeah.
same. Um, this conversation might jump it up or not. It just depends. Reason why, to your point, Jay, and why seeing Killers of Sheep and then going right to this actually it really is great because that movie we talked a lot about it last week about this sort of family working hard, struggling to stay together for the sake of the next generation, right? And this movie, I feel, is about like any past or any mistakes of your past that have been buried over the course of making your family what it is and forging their paths in life, whether they be tough or whether they be untapped to just yet fully. That past coming back to devilishly, to your point, corrupt any sort of stability that's found within the family and reverting itself back to its predestination, which was this wild card, absolute, just terrible person that sort of just drags everybody down and sucks the soul out of them in a way. Like what happens in this film, particularly to the baby brother character played by Richard Brooks. If that is not like evil of the past saying your father might have got away, but I'm coming here to collect the son,
Hmm.
I found that to be just bone chilling about
But he
how
also kind of sucks.
I mean he does kind of suck, but they've sort of accepted that, and there is this stability of like they're helping with their child and the his marriage with with Linda is not as what it is, but they're still living technically as young kids while the parents are kind of raising them, and their parents want them to grow up in a way, but that leads to the vulnerability of him.
But baby brother
And
thinks he's better than his family.
true. And
There's
that,
that line where he says, "If you really cared about me, you'd tell me how to make money," to his dad.
yeah. And
Man.
it's like, no, that's not the point,
And his
buddy.
wife, Cheryl Lee Ralph, of
Yeah.
course, from now
Abbott
most
Elementary,
known, I think, for her career now from Abbott Elementary. Yeah.
Emmy
She's
Award winner. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
She's fantastic in this film.
She's very good.
Um,
Also, baby brother hits her in the face,
yeah,
which
he
is
shouldn't.
not
Yeah.
good. We
Not
hate him
good.
for that.
But I also do think that like,
But that's because he's like possessed by
but like
Harry. He's
Harry's
the devil.
Harry has done this. Like he's trying to take this kid from him, man. Like he's 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 humbled himself back in with Gideon and Susie in a way that is like, you know, he's slowly but surely trying to corrupt somebody. Potentially like, there's because Hattie sees him for who exactly he was, right? And Gideon and Susie see them for like the good fun times that they had, but they grew out of that phase because of domesticity and because they had the children and because they grew out of it. And there's always that thing of like that Harry was possibly one step from with Gideon to potentially not have this whole family that he has come to be. So much so to the point of him hanging around Gideon provides him to become sick. We don't know if that's because of him, because of life, whatever the case may be, but it is kind of a coincidence. It's a very funny coincidence that this family is mostly put together and fine, Jay, and then this entity walks in there in the form of this man, and the father is essentially on his deathbed and bedridden, and these brothers have to come to terms with the fact that they're not ready for that. And while they have to make decisions, baby brother is being literally tempted by the devil to 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 destroy the family even more than what he normally would do, and they have no way to deal with it because they have no stability left. They have no head of that family. They have the head of the snake is about to be cut off, and it's all because of Harry. And Harry is this, if you want to say he's mythical, if you want to say that he is the devil, if you want to just say that he carries around this stench of bad luck with him, go right on ahead. He's also just not a really good guy. He's a leech in a lot of ways. And all this is happening and unraveling as this family is slowly falling apart. And I think it speaks to, for me, Jay, it speaks to the sense of society and outside forces when someone or when people within the black community are rising above for that evil or for something to come in, much like in Sinners, like you're mentioning, for that to come in and and to try to knock it back down. And the movie isn't as loud about trying to have that fight, but it is there, and it is part of that. And that's why I think Burnett is so fascinated with it. It's like he is interested within his films, within the home, of what happens here when these outside forces and evils are presented, and how characters react to that, and how that history is played then out on screen. It's a fascinating film about breaking down, family dynamics within a black family as everyone, as the past and the present are blending, and any sort of, once again, all the focus towards the beginning of the film and the end of the film, and the main cause of the end of this violence is the future, the children of everything. So I think these movies speak to one another. I think Burnett has made in 1990 a pretty profound piece of work that kind of blew my socks off. It's one of those where it's like this has been sitting on my shelf and I hadn't watched it. Like what's wrong with me? Like I should have been watching this. This is
Yeah.
it says a lot. Um and yeah, I think it rocks.
It does rock. It is you talk about the kids, and I think children are sort of the ultimate fulcrum point of the great Charles Burnett films that we've covered so far. In Killer of Sheep, they're kind of the interstitial, there is hope for the future while also being naive to the realities of the systematic oppression of South Central Los Angeles in that film. And here I think about, as much as anything, I think about that crappy trumpet player in the film who acts as kind of a distraction, something that can't be influenced by Harry really, um, and only becomes an effective trumpet player in the closing credits. I thought that was actually like a really powerful moment where all of a sudden he can play trumpet. And I was like, I'm so glad that little kid can play trumpet. But um, it is a film, I think, that is as much as anything about the reverberations of slavery to a certain extent, because you do have
Yeah.
Harry coming from the South, and Burnett himself was somebody who, he didn't really remember living in the South, but he was transplanted from Mississippi when he was 3 to Watts.
Much like the
And
children in Killer of Sleep or Killer of
yes,
Sheep. Yeah.
Killer of Sheep, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I think whether he remembers it or not, that is very much a part of his DNA. And he also has mentioned that a lot of people in South Central Los Angeles at that time when he was growing up were transplants from the South, which I think very much had a great impact on the culture at the time. And this is a film that is about sort of it's a culture clash. It's about people who are completely rejecting their backgrounds and people who are embracing their backgrounds. You see, when they go to church, it's very much a Southern Baptist black style of church as I know it. I live in Atlanta. I'm pretty familiar with that kind of church. Um, and it feels very true to life with regards to how I sort of know that church to be. But at the same time, you have baby brother and what's the wife's name? Linda.
Hmm.
Um, they are trying to kind of transcend their upbringing at while sort of taking advantage of Samuel, baby brother's parents. They are professionals through and through. They basically hand off their son,
They're a
Sonny,
modern
to
family in a lot of ways. Like
right,
they're
right.
going to work. They're not getting home till 9. And the grandparents are like, "You never see your kid," and it's like, "Yeah,
When are
because
you going to find time to be parents?
when
Yeah.
are you going to find time to be parents?" It's like, well, what's it more important? Is it wealth or is it a family? And that's what the movie
It
kind of deals
is
with that a
that
bit.
ultimate, balance, which very much aligns with what Burnett, I think, was talking about at the beginning of Killer of Sheep when in the very first scene of that film, it's about the most important thing you can do is protect your brother. I mean, he literally gets slapped in the face for not
Well, and
protecting his brother well enough.
the
Yeah.
brothers here are almost I mean, they're almost at odds with each other. I mean, throughout most of the film. I mean, there's Junior does have this who I think Carl Lumbly plays Junior, and he's really good in this movie.
Hmm.
And he's the I see this, and I don't know if this is like this with your parents, and you can maybe elaborate if you want to, Jay, or not. But like, there's always the brother that is like, yeah, 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 or maybe the sibling that is they're close with their parents, but then there's one that's they see their parents a lot, or like one of my sister-in-laws live across the street, literally from my mother and father-in-law. And so she sees them all the time. That's Megan, my wife's stepsister. And then there's others where it's like, hey, yeah, you see him on the occasions and whatnot. But in this film, it's a really interesting dynamic of like Junior and Pat, his wife. They're around their family a lot, but they've seemed to have figured out a balance, right? They're about to have a child, right? So they can still, potentially might need obviously their grandparents to take care of. And yet, Samuel and Linda, they are waking up early, literally going to work, and their child, they'll see him when they see him, and they'll also just like take their parents for granted, take his parents for granted. And there is this little dichotomy of like between Junior and Samuel where there is an appreciation for family as one is about to start their own family. And there's another where they have their family, but they've taken it for granted in the face of, in this case, work, money, opportunity, whatever the case may be, and maybe they weren't ready for it. It is kind of interesting about like the roles in which these two boys play within their parents' life. I don't know if you ever have that where like you or your siblings, like you can tell that like one is closer to your family than the other or whatnot. But I think Burnett's kind of tackling it with these two brothers, and that's what sort of meets the head when someone's sick, right? Like I saw it a lot with when my grandmother was sick, and my dad and my uncle and my aunt that live here were very much involved, and my aunt from Houston who just barely showed up and did anything she wanted to say. And
Hmm.
when they came down to the decision making, they're like, you don't get a say because you weren't here and you didn't see her and you didn't want to be around and you wanted to, and you didn't call her on her birthday and you didn't, when she was sick, figure out the nursing home or whatever the case may be. So I feel like Burnett's talking a little bit about the roles and responsibilities too of that generation to take care of the generation that took care of them and is still
Hmm.
taking care of them. So you know what I mean? But I don't know. There's a lot of generational dynamics in this movie that God damn it, it felt so real. Like it felt so
It
lived
does.
in.
It does feel entirely like in the context of the film itself, it feels like such a wonderful self-contained world. Like to me, very often it did kind of feel like this supernatural snow globe where it was such a self-contained but
When Harry's breaking that glass,
surreal
I think.
environment. I mean, if you think about all the stuff that Harry does, he, you know, he is the devil. I mean, that's what that is what he is. His introduction brings nothing but evil to the world around it. Gideon becomes deathly ill. Um, Baby brother becomes a degenerate, abusive man. He tries to seduce the woman who continues to proclaim that she has been saved, even though they had some sort of past relationship back when they were in the South. He is an influence of seduction of
When
everyone's worst impulses.
and his presence around Junior provokes him to become hateful, angrier, and
Well, yeah,
even
he
violent
almost
to his brother.
becomes
Like he's like unlocking the key to all the things that have been like everything's been sort of locked away and bubbling. You know what I mean? For a long time in people and all those
Junior sees through Harry. He
he
kind of
does,
gets mad at baby brother
but his presence,
because
but
of Harry's influence on baby brother.
correct, but
But
that's still Harry's involvement. Like him still
right,
being there. It's maybe by proxy of the results of what Samuel's doing, but it's unlocking things. Like it doesn't have to just be a one-to-one a Harry interaction. It could be the actions of Harry on another then causing the water to boil over the pot. You know what I mean? Like
he is a disruptor
yeah,
for
man.
sure.
He is there to just bug and
Oh
antagonize
man,
and twist the knife into this family.
when Gideon is hung over in the bed, and then it cuts to the back of Harry's head as he's peeling his apple, like clearly very proud of himself for making everybody really hungover and uncomfortable and indulging in their worst impulses. It's effective.
Yeah,
Let me just put it that way. It
because
is
his role is there to, and it's just like the way he sort of sweetly or familiarly
he's so charming
lingers
at first. I
in.
mean, God,
Yeah,
I've had friends like that who at first blush are just you're like, well, this is going to be my best friend for the next 40 years.
and
And then
then
all of a sudden you're like, oh, they have ulterior motives
these
and
people are the worst people ever. Like they,
yeah,
these enablers that,
charmers, man.
yeah, man. Do you ever, I mean, did you ever do anything crazy because of those people like that? Or like,
If you got 3 hours, I can tell you a story about one particular person, but I will spare the
we'll
audience that
abstain
story.
from any personal stuff like that.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I think about that. I mean, most of the time that's when you were younger, when you were in college and stuff too.
Well, that's
Um,
exactly when it was in college
yeah,
and
I mean,
shortly
like that's
after.
this,
Yeah.
there's also just like the ability of like, were they older or younger or were they the same age as you?
Same age, thought they were going to be like our best friends ever. Then all of a sudden, we were like, this person is completely disingenuous. Started dating one of my best friends. I started telling people that he shouldn't be dating that person. They got engaged. We're about to get married. We were no longer invited to the wedding because
Because you
she
spoke your
hated
truth.
us.
Yeah.
Then she called off the wedding about a week before it was supposed to happen. And she she came over and gave the most like intense apology that I've ever heard somebody give to me specifically. And it was crazy. And I'll leave it at that. And that's where it's gonna that is where for the listener the story will end.
I get the rest of it later, which will be
Yeah.
awesome. And that'll all be in my new book that I'm writing and
The
releasing next year.
lies that she told were unreal back in
Yeah.
college. But the thing,
You don't have to go into it if you don't want to.
no, I mean, I'm not going into anything specifically, but it's like I'm
That's an
older now.
exhausting process, by the way.
I'm in my, I'm in my mid 30s now.
Yeah.
How much credence do I give to things that people said in college? I was an idiot in college. I was a
Yeah.
moron.
I know. I mean, I do think I mean, I really do think when you're in your 30s, you reflect back a little bit more and more. I mean, I think you just do that generally. And then I think at a certain point, you're just like, ah, fuck it, who cares? And you don't think about it anymore. But like, yeah, I've thought about those. I mean, like the time, um, I mean, I thought about the time that I've wasted a little bit with people that are soul suckers and time suckers. And then ultimately, um, are are grifters and liars. Yeah. I
Or
mean, like,
people who you are friends with and spend time with who are just a net negative for your life.
yeah, I mean, I mean, I can tell this
But they
one.
could be fun.
I
Boy,
mean,
can
they
they be
can't. I
fun.
mean, that's the thing is like when you're in the moment and you're with somebody that you, in hindsight, think back or it's like, wow, that's actually, I probably wasn't right that I was with that person, or that person was actually bringing out maybe worse qualities in myself, or honestly, they just didn't give a shit about me. To be fair, um, it's really sucks. I mean, that's happened honestly twice in the last like 10 years where I had friendships and then man, they just well, one of them was you know totally finding out that this person was honestly a really terrible human being in the process of how they were treating me. Even though like the whole time it was like such a great relationship, and then but then it's really when you play it back, right, Jay, when you're like, oh my God, like actually that was bad. Like all of that was bad when you really play it out. And then another one was just like you thought it was a friend, and then and everybody hangs out, and then all of a sudden, bam, that person. Our generation's terrible at this, but like people, and I never understand this one, Jay. When like people are your friend, and then they get like a girlfriend, and then they don't talk to you ever again because the girlfriend's the only thing that matters in the world, and that one I'll never understand. But that's totally different than this. But like Harry is like the person that you you maybe separated from that friendship, and then you realized, like I think they kind of realized like he was a good guy. And over time, by the way, these people that you like have in your life too, like a Harry, you probably get away from it 10, 15 years later. You have kids, you had
Well, he's the
literally
most
a whole
fun guy when
life.
you're 18.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then they come
And
back in
then
your life
you
when you're close to
start
retirement and
living
you've
real life.
yeah, but like these people are in like their 50s and 60s and their friend returns and there's a little bit of this like, well, those were some fun times and we sure did have those fun times. So like why don't we just continue to have those, why don't we re-explore those fun times because they were great, because there's the friend of theirs that's like he was a terrible person. You don't understand, you do not remember the times where like this guy's not good, and they're like, who cares, well, let's have a fish fry, like that'll be great. And the whole time she's reading right through Harry's alternative motives. And then like when he's dead, she makes a comment and everyone's like, "Oh, you're just the worst person." It's like, did you not just kind of see everything around you? It's like this was the asshole that everything was mostly fine until this guy came in here and like pretty much like everybody got hurt along the way that
Yeah.
was
Well,
within
also you
a
have
mile radius of this
like
man.
from the perspective of Gideon, it's like I now have a son who doesn't even remember his mother's birthday anymore, who has a
Yeah.
wife who won't come into our house. And I have, to a certain extent, another son who's kind of a clinger on, who's a
Yeah.
little bit maybe too obsessed with our family.
Yeah.
And it's like, I need a release. I want to escape to
The
the
past.
ecstasy of my youth.
Yeah.
And that ecstasy comes in the form of this evil. It
Yeah.
is, to a certain extent, the evil of nostalgia.
Yeah.
The evil of attempting to relive
The
your
evil of your youth.
debaucherous
Yeah.
youth.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Because there's that
And
moment at the beginning with like Susie is like, where he's like, or you could just come in the bed and like, like they can like you can, jump the sheets like they were young. And she just
oh,
puts
it's
like
crazy. The amount of hitting on people that they
sexual
do in this
innuendo and
movie,
yeah, like it's
where
everybody's hot and heavy. They want to go. Like everybody
yeah,
wants to jump the
when
bones.
he first sees Hattie again, and he's like, "Remember when we used to sing me those songs?" And
Yeah. Or like the
she's
or
like,
like
"I'm
the
not happening."
Like the one old man that keeps coming to all the fish fries and all the, and even like when Harry's dead and
Oh my
Gideon's on
God.
his
When he's like,
deathbed and he's
I
like,
would like to preemptively propose to you in the event that your husband dies.
yeah, I will be the one that carries out your final years. If the man upstairs in his house that he paid the mortgage on is literally about to croak. Like
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
it's so diabolical. Um, can I talk to you about the marbles at the end of this
But
movie?
absolutely.
Um, I mean, like they scold that kid. Um,
He's the hero of the story.
in my bones, I'm like that kid put those marbles there. Like he left them there. Like he knew what he was
Or
doing. Like,
God put him there.
or yeah, or like God through that kid was like, because they, because he's the kid is fearful of him. Like that's another tell of this as well. It's like that kid is
But
like,
that's the Burnett thing. The
yeah.
kids always know better than the adults.
Because the youth sees the truth. Like kids, as you know, Jay, have no filter. So they're able to distinguish and don't and can't really.
There's a purity to them.
Yeah, and there's something about like they just see you at face value, at what you are. And this kid sees him just as much as like, I mean, obviously like Hattie sees him because she has a history with him. You know what I mean? And she knows the type of person not only that Harry is, but the type of person Gideon and Susie were around Harry. You know what I mean? That's like your best. That's like your friend that you still have around, Jay, right? That's like, oh yeah, did you hear? I heard from such and such. She's like, why would you want to hang out with such and such? That person's made your life literally a living fucking hell for
Yeah.
years upon years, and you don't shut up about it. Like that's kind of essentially what Hattie is saying in that moment. And it's like no good can come from that man. And it's all like, yeah, I could sleep on your floor, and then it turns from sleeping in your floor to literally owning your house and and drinking drinking you out
Sleeping
of.
on a pallet in the side room is
God, that's
crazy.
got to be hard. But also,
I
if
love a
anybody can
pallet.
sleep on, if anybody can sleep on one of those, it's probably the devil. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll read this. This is not from the To Sleep with Anger Criterion booklet essay. This is from the Killer of Sheep essay. First couple sentences from Danielle Amir Jackson. Follow the children. Always in a film by Charles Burnett, the children signify a parallel story within a story, a truer truth, the heart or soul of the narrative.
mm.
And I think that is true of Killer of Sheep, and I think that is true of To Sleep with Anger as well.
Well, yeah, because
And
I
I
think Danny Glover's trying to. Man, that devil is really trying to go back in time and make sure that this family doesn't have a chance to once again,
He's a quasi
Jay.
cult leader.
Yeah, man, like he doesn't want to give like a chance for this family to move up into the social
He
ladder, man.
poisons the well. Yeah.
Yeah, man, like how does this family, even regardless of like, yeah, my one son is a little too clingy and my other one doesn't care, but like overall, they still are good people. They're not like terrible human beings all the way through.
There is so much love in that family. I think that is something that makes this movie so
Yeah.
great. Is
And he's
there
bringing
is
out
so much
then
love.
all the anger and violence and
There's re-
frustrations and
there is
pettiness.
resentment underlying,
Yeah.
but there is also just a lot of inherent love, and they want the best for each other. But through Harry, that wanting the best for each other becomes aggressive.
Yeah, but all that
And
love
you
is
have fights, yelling matches outside of the house, and by
inside.
the end of it, blades coming
Yeah,
out.
but like
And
that love is all through I think Mary Alice's character, through Susie. Like I think
yeah, oh, she's great. Yeah,
she's so good in this movie, just like the steady rock that really is the foundation of that house, more so than Gideon. Like surrounding these men are
she's sort of
this.
the uncorruptible force.
Yeah, but she's also, as much as Gideon's laying up there and everyone's so worried about that, it's like no, the she's the anchor of this entire ship and
Hmm.
uncorruptible to a T, and also it's her looks as well as everybody else's. It's her realization about Harry at the end is his downfall, and along with those goddamn marbles, which are just great. And
Those marbles.
but I go back to it a really really earlier point. Glover is extraordinary in this movie. I think that he's played essentially versions of this before. He's a wonderful character actor, but this is maybe if not his best, one of his best performances
He
ever.
also just seems like a great guy.
Danny Glover is an insanely nice person, a very forgiving individual. I mean, and he's always working with innovative filmmakers. I mean, like even
He loves movies so much.
he loves yeah, like that's somebody. Okay, I'm gonna say something, and you're
Okay,
going
here we go.
okay. You want a real spicy take? You want a real spicy take? Okay.
I would
This is
love one.
this is a 2025 Oscar spicy take. You ready?
Okay.
I know everybody wanted it seemed like Delroy Lindo to happen and the Marcia Gay Harden thing to happen. I think if it was Danny Glover, it would have happened and not Delroy Lindo.
You think if Danny Glover had played that same character in Sinners, he would have won the Oscar?
I think he would have. Because I think somebody like Danny Glover, like people who love Danny Glover and he's been around long, like more in the public consciousness longer, could have done career retrospectives, could have done this, you know what I mean? And shown people this, an opportunity. I'm not saying Delroy Lindo wasn't deserving and he shouldn't have been in that lead, but like think about Danny Glover in that part. And if there was like a narrative to like bubble over the top. And also, like when you hear Danny Glover speak about movies nowadays, guy really loves cinema. He's a big
It's you
advocate
know
for
you
working
know
with
the
independent.
stuff that he has like produced.
Yeah, I know it, but do you want to tell the listeners out there because it's a great run.
I mean, he produced Zama.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. He produced Memoria, the
The
Tilda
Arkham,
Swinton movie that is
yeah,
never supposed to come out or whatever. That weird thing.
with the Archipelago or whatever. Yeah, whatever his name
Uncle
is. Yeah,
Boone Me, who can recall his past lives.
yeah, he's
That
that's
that
the same
that that.
director. He's big. He's
Yep,
big producing
yep.
him. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Uh, he was an executive producer on Hale County This Morning, This Evening, which was very much influenced by Charles Burnett.
Very much a movie we talked
Um,
about last week when it came up
hmm
on.
He was, a big part of making Last Black Man in San Francisco happen. I know. He's the man. He's great, and he's been in some awesome movies. I love him. I
You
love
think
I love Danny Glover.
you think I'm crazy with saying that about him?
I don't know. Um,
Maybe
it's
just a little
possible.
bit,
I mean, I love
just
I
a little bit
love
more name
Delroy. I
brand.
love Delroy Lindo.
Oh, I love Delroy Lindo. Don't get me wrong. I'm just like, this is a guy that feels like he's been more in the industry making
Has Danny
independent
Glover
stuff.
ever been nominated for an Oscar?
I don't believe he has. I can double check. He's also in.
Danny Glove, the
He was great
Glove
in
Man.
Sorry. He's really great in Sorry to Bother You too. By the way,
Yeah,
a movie I'm like,
I love Danny Glover.
a movie I'm kind of mixed on, but still, like nonetheless,
Danny Glover
not nominated for an
has
Oscar.
never been nominated for an Oscar.
He's
He
been
did win
nominated
a humanitarian award in 2021.
nominated for 4 Emmys. Yeah. Oh, he did win the humanitarian award. Oh, so see what I mean?
That doesn't count.
It doesn't count, but I'm just saying, like people love him. He's been in a
Academy
lot of big
Award.
movies.
On his list of awards and nominations received by Danny Glover Wikipedia page, it has Academy Award wins one. Incorrect. Doesn't count.
It doesn't count. Well, no, we won't count it. But he's great in a lot of things. Man, he's in a lot of stuff.
I
You're a
love Danny
dad.
Glover.
You're a dad. I gotta ask you this. You like watching Shooter with Mark Wahlberg?
I'm pretty shooter agnostic.
Yeah, but every dad loves watching Shooter, though.
Was that a Berg?
That was Antoine Fuqua.
Oh, a Fuqua.
A
Yes, another
Fuqua.
one of Wahlberg's favorites.
Wahlberg loves a Fuqua. You know what? I
hmm
mean, like
hmm
top four on Letterbox. You ready?
For
Top.
Danny Glover,
Yeah, this is his most popular films, I
his
guess.
most popular films.
You ready?
Oh boy,
Or you want to guess them?
I'll try and guess them.
Don't look at it.
They lean more recent.
One does.
Oh boy, Lethal Weapon has to be on there.
Lethal Weapon is number 10 on the list.
That is absurd.
Yeah.
Are all of them post 2000?
Not all of them.
Tannenbaums?
Tenenbaums is one.
Okay. What else? Color Purple,
That's number 8.
number 8.
Yeah.
I don't know. Tell me.
Saw
He isn't Saw.
is the lead of Saw. Sorry to bother you.
He's the main detective who dies.
Yes, he is. Sorry to bother you.
Sorry to bother
And
you.
the Prince of Egypt.
The Prince of Egypt. Who
Hmm.
does he play in The Prince of Egypt?
It's like the fifth name down on the list. I couldn't even tell you. Yeah, he's like the one, two, three, four, five, six.
I didn't realize Prince of Egypt had such a following on Letterbox.
Yeah, 969,000 people have seen it and logged in on Letterboxd.
He's
It's
made a
been-
lot of better movies than those,
Next one up is Jumanji: The Next Level,
of course.
2012.
Uh-huh.
Dead Don't Die, Co-
Yeah, I don't really remember him in The Dead Don't Die.
The Color Purple, Last Black Man in San Francisco, Lethal Weapon, Escape from Alcatraz, and then Predator 2 rounds out the top 12.
What has Joe Talbot been up to?
Joe Talbot is supposed to have a film coming out, I believe, this year. It is called The Governesses, and it stars Lily Rose Depp and Renata Renzva.
Well, I'm in.
Supposed to, I mean,
I've
it
told you
is
my Joe Talbot story,
three
correct?
rebellious governesses upend the household they work in, inspiring the minds of the males in their care, igniting the imaginations of the bohemian couple who employ them, and abandoning their changes for erotic adventures. Or abandoning their
Sounds good.
charges for erotic adventures. Yeah. Sign me up. Let's go. Hey,
I've
did you
told you
see?
my Joe Talbot story, correct?
Oh, about like him outside, him and what is it? Who is the guy? Jimmy Fails,
Mm-hmm.
and whether they're like playing ping
They were supposed to
pong
do they
or
were supposed to do one of those annoying, like useless, hey, we're introducing the movie. Hey, we worked really hard on this movie. Hope you like it. Here we go. And it's like that's what we were waiting for. And they were playing air hockey in the lobby for like 25 minutes and they delayed the start of the movie. And then yeah, he came in and he was like, "Hey everybody, thanks for coming. This is Last Black Man in San Francisco. Thank you so much." And we waited 25 minutes for that so that they could play air hockey. Um, and I still liked the movie. So
um. Well, I mean, at least they had fun.
that is a good movie.
It is a good movie. You ever think you're gonna hang out with Jonathan Majors again?
It is, it sucks. He was,
He had it.
he had it, man.
He had it.
I was like,
I mean, it
I
doesn't.
mean, if
I mean, rightfully, he got. I mean,
if
he
you had asked
rightfully
me
got
in
canceled for that.
when did that movie come out? Like
2019.
2020, 2019?
Yeah,
If you had asked me after that movie came out, I'd be like, yeah, he's probably gonna win an Oscar at some point in his career.
that ain't happening.
That is probably not happening anymore. I don't know. This Ben Shapiro movie he's got coming out could happen.
You really think well, that's the secret of Ben Shapiro, isn't it? Failed actor turned right wing publicity stunt, pundit who's desperately trying to get back into the Hollywood good graces. So much so that
That's a secret.
he paid the entry fee into the podcasting award for the Golden Globe and did interviews with the Hollywood
Yeah, that
Reporter and
was
Gold Derby
crazy.
and still didn't get nominated.
That's more a stain on them,
Oh,
the
big time.
publication. But
Big time.
yeah, I mean, they were trying to make him the big bad in the MCU,
Who,
and
Ben
then
Shapiro?
not well. No, I mean Jonathan Majors was like the anointed one. He was the next guy, and he, you know,
He was gonna be, they had the whole thing built around him. Like the
and he had all that.
MCU.
He had, I mean, he felt like such a sincere. He had that thing where like he called his high school teacher or whatever on that talk show, and it was like this guy is so, he's got his head straight, and
Yeah, and
really
then he's
really
got his head
intelligent
far
guy,
up his
and then
ass.
he, yeah,
Yeah.
it was yeah.
It's one of the
I
biggest.
I really thought he was kind of like the next guy.
Yeah. But you know
He
who would
uh
work with
he
him?
he was not. Michael B.
Yeah, did you see those comments?
Yeah. I
Michael
mean,
B.
I don't know. I haven't looked into
Michael B's
all that
comments.
stuff. I don't know.
Well, just
I
know
don't
that
know. Seems bad.
it's very bad, buddy. You don't,
Yeah.
I looked into it. It's not good. Let's just say it's not good. You know, I don't think he's
I
gonna
was
be
I
make.
was I was up
I
to
don't think
date
he's gonna
as
be
of
making
like
Creed 4 anytime
a
soon.
year ago, but
No,
I don't know.
no, it's okay.
I don't know.
We got Michael B. Jordan. We'll be all
He's
right.
so
We got
talented.
other actors. We'll be all right. We have Damson Idris. It was awesome in
Yeah.
F1. We got other guys. We'll be okay.
Got Chalamet.
Chalamet in Creed 4?
When will Chalamet win his Oscar? What year?
Mm, 2035.
I think it's gonna be like 2050.
He's going to be all the way to like Paul Newman age?
He will be at that point.
55 years old at that point,
He'll be like
essentially.
50. Yeah, 50 or early mid
DiCaprio was in
50s.
his 40s.
Chalamet's not DiCaprio, man. Let's
No,
not get it
because
twisted.
no, he's not even close to being DiCaprio. Like, let me ask you something.
Hmm.
When you watch Catch Me If You Can,
Yeah.
a 5 out of 5 all timer film for you, right?
It's actually heinous that DiCaprio only has one Oscar. Like it's ridiculous.
It is. You watch that movie and you go, yeah, I buy that this guy could get all these girls into bed with him, right? If Chalamet played that role, you'd be like, no fucking way. No fucking
Chalamet,
way
no,
he
no,
could
no,
do
but
that.
that's not a stain against him.
No, that's like the
Chalamet
movie
is
star
great.
thing.
Chalamet is great as like the try hard.
Yeah, but like
That's his persona.
but like to be the top dog, you gotta have that dog.
I don't know that that exists anymore.
You gotta
Who's the
have
top dog? Who's
that's
the
been all
top
the way,
dog?
buddy.
Who's the top dog that's younger than Michael B. Jordan?
Well, Chalamet, you know. So,
But he's not. He's the tryhard.
do you think that
Who's
Michael
the
B?
is there? Who's the effortless movie star
I mean, kind
under
of.
35?
I mean, like Michael B. Jordan's kind of that. I mean, like he
No,
seems
I'm
very.
saying younger than Michael B. Jordan because he is probably the
Ooh.
one. Is there anybody younger than that? Austin Butler?
Yeah, I don't think Butler tries hard.
Glenn Powell is trying. Glenn Powell is actually like the try hardiest of try
Yeah,
hard.
I think Glenn's
I've kind of dumped my Glenn Powell stock to be honest.
Glenn's a nice guy, but he's just kind of like it's too much. It's like McConaughey. It's like God, you're so loud about it. You know what I mean? He's not Glenn Powell's the next, literally McConaughey. That's all he is. Like
I
that's
like Glenn Powell. I
yeah.
want to like Glenn Powell a lot, but
He also makes terrible fucking choices in movies
no,
recently.
he has.
So.
He just doesn't make good movies. Is the problem.
No, he hasn't. Like, and they. Oh, by the way, all these movies, Running Man, How to Make a Killing, fucking Twisters. These should all be like box office hits. They should be really good. They should lean into his charisma as a person.
It's not even like they're
Really do
necessarily
that.
bad choices. They just didn't
It
work.
just didn't work. You know.
Yeah,
I don't know. Arpats is kind of like that, but he's not a movie star.
he's too weird. Yeah,
But he's great because he can be Batman, and then he can be in this drama movie, and
I love Pattinson.
he can do anything. Like that's the thing. Like I want. I mean, like, oh Lordy's kind of like that.
It's
Is
Tom
Lordy a movie
Holland.
star? I don't know.
It's Tom Holland.
Is a Lordy a movie star?
No,
Is it? He's good. I like him. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
I don't care if he's a nice guy or not. He's very handsome.
He's very handsome too. He doesn't seem like he's trying hard. You know?
No, he has a very aloof nature to him.
Yeah. He seems very honestly humble. I mean, you would be humble too if you looked like fucking that. Um, I don't know. Like,
He's too tall.
well, yeah, I know he's too tall, but I mean, still, what a snack and a half. Um, I don't know. There are not a lot of guys out there.
No,
I
it's
mean,
tough.
Holland is. I mean, he's the second most popular person in his household. She's more popular than him.
I don't want to. I don't. I'm not.
I don't want to get into it either. I like Zendaya, but man, she just makes
I did too. What's the most popular thing she's ever been in? Euphoria?
No, I think Dune and Spider-Man
Spider-Man?
are more popular.
Okay,
But
well,
she's but
she's not Spider-Man in Spider-Man, and she's not Dune in
but
Dune.
she's not but
She's not
she's
the Dune.
but she's not popular because of her movies. She's popular because she's
She's
essentially a
famous for
brand.
being famous.
She's a brand. She's a
And
yeah,
whatever.
she's more of a
That's a
fashion
different.
icon than anything
That's
else.
different. That's
You know what I
different.
mean? She's an actress, fashion icon. She's Zendaya. That's all she
What
needs to
about
be.
Millie Bobby Brown though?
She's no, no. Who's the Danny Glover of their generation? Who do we have that's Danny Glover?
Mm, there is no Danny Glover,
There
man.
is none. They lose fucking
What
people like
makes him
this
so
left and right.
special?
What?
That's what makes him so special.
I know, but we don't. This is the thing that, like, I was thinking about that. I was talking about, I'm going to name drop here for a second, Jay. Just, go with me. When I was at CCA and I was sitting at the table with Michael Bauman, who was the cinematographer for One Battle After Another, and I was talking to him, and I was talking to him about, like, do you get worried about the fact that, like, you're one of the last generations? The whole thing about One Battle and Sinners is the formats, right? And working on film and everything. But like I asked him, I said, do you worry about, like, when I talked with Ed Lockman the year before, Lockman was talking about like how a lot of young people don't want to shoot on film anymore. And how scary it is. It's like this is going to be a dying breed. And Pamela and I started talking about that, and somebody at the table started like, yeah, but think about like that for character actors. Think about that, or like we all watch movies, or we watch Paul's movies in this particular, this guy said, and you see about 10 to 15 people in there, and you go, oh yeah, there's that guy, there's that guy, there's that guy, there's that guy. And you go to the movies now and you don't know half the people on screen anymore because they haven't made an impact in another movie for you or another scene. And you watch somebody like Danny Glover in this movie, who's fantastic. But then you see it, like, if you go run down his letterbox or IMDb list, he's got a ton of projects, Jay. You just go like, he was in that scene, like we were like my wife and I, we watched Silverado about a couple months ago. And he's got like 3 scenes in it. And he's fantastic in it. Just beaming with charisma.
He rules.
And we just don't have this anymore where it's like, I think it's because we have such a low shortage of movie star. We're losing the fact that we have an even shorter supply of, hey, who's that guy? That guy has been in like 6 roles and is really
But
good.
it's not even Glover
You know?
wasn't that guy.
No, he's
He
like a
was like
tweener.
the other guy. He
Yeah.
was never the guy, but he was the other guy,
Yeah,
right?
he's a good
He wasn't Mel Gibson, he was Danny Glover,
he's a
you
great
know.
Scott. You know what he is?
But everybody knew who he was.
He's a great Scottie Pippen.
He showed up as the manager in Angels in the Outfield, and you're like, "Oh, cool, it's Danny Glover."
But Jay, he's like Scottie Pippen. Like
He'll make your team better, and he'll be a
he's a
great
top
number
50
two.
guy, and
Yeah,
he can be good, in a solo every now and
he's one of
then.
those guys who will never win a lead Oscar, but
No.
he could win a supporting. You know,
Oh, absolutely. That's why,
yeah,
what did I say earlier to start all this?
right,
He could have won that. Because
right.
you want to know why? Because it's Danny fucking Glover.
And
He's
in
never
this, if this
he's never
movie
too old for this shit.
was bigger and it had gotten the push, he's supporting in this. He gets the supporting
Do you think he
nod.
gets wait, whoa, wait, whoa. You think he's supporting in this?
I think that's how they would play it in an award situation.
They played him as a lead.
They literally played him as a lead. Like that for a fact.
Yeah.
Well, that was silly.
Big name on the ticket.
He is the big name in the movie. He's a supporting character.
I don't honestly I don't disagree with you, but you can go either way on that one, I think. Be totally fine with that.
I think you could. But I think if you go supporting, he probably has a better shot.
Yeah. Oh, probably so. And then people would scream category fried, and it's like, who gives a shit? Danny Glover's got an Oscar, and that would have been awesome because he's really
Who's the
good.
modern day Danny Glover?
They You know, do you know that
Not the
Wikipedia labeled
modern
this as a
day
black comedy,
lover.
like a dark comedy,
Um, a a what comedy?
a black comedy, dark humor, also known as a black comedy, also known as black humor, also known as bleak humor, also known as gallows humor, also known as morbid
It
humor.
is.
That's what I meant by that J.
I would not call this a comedy.
No, I thought this was like a drama all the way
It's
through.
it's almost a supernatural thriller to me. I mean, that really is how it feels.
Yeah, I felt like all that was missing
There
was
are
put.
there are unambiguously supernatural elements to this.
I'm going to tell you this. I was half expecting it to be, when I rewound this movie, when I was done with it, I was half expecting the A24 logo to be on the front or the back end of this thing.
It's a movie about trauma.
This is a movie about trauma. Ari Aster would have eaten the shit up this for lunch. You know what I mean? Like he would have loved this to bits. No, I mean like this movie to me, like there's there's obviously party scenes and some jokes to be had, but this movie is a this movie is psychological thriller at times, a horror movie. I mean, like
I think it's horror
it's a
adjacent
it's a
for sure.
mind fucker. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's playing with these people, and you're watching them slowly decay on themselves, and it's honestly quite kind of great. I mean, like that's what makes it so great is that it's really more genre than I would have imagined it to be, and yet it's like it's just like a slow burn, like a slow knife of what Harry's doing throughout this movie. It's just he is, everything's tied up in a nice bow with this family and a stable bow, and he's slowly pulling the ribbon back to untangle everything. You know, he just doesn't get there. He's just got to be quicker than that. You know what I mean? Because he's not there all the way. But do you have anything else you want to say, Jay, about to sleep with anger? And
I don't know. I mean, it is such a I think I've sort of undersold as much as I've talked about the supernatural horror adjacent elements of it. It is a movie about a family that loves each other. Um, there is so much love in this movie, which I think is sort of the Burnett secret sauce, is that in spite of all the systematic oppression and all of the obstacles that face all of these people, his movies have an intense sense of community and love. And um, I do think there is a lot of dark comedy, specifically at the end of the movie when, spoiler alert, we're at the end here at this point, Harry dies and he's just sitting on their floor with a blanket over him for 3 or 4 or 5 days, however long it is. And they just sort of have to operate as if nothing is really going on. And that idea of, oh, well, the county has to come and get him at this point because he didn't die under our care, as the EMTs say when he's lying dead on their floor. That I think is one of the most overt statements on the neglect of this particular community. It's a movie with intense subtlety, but certainly a very clear message to it. And it's also a film that is, I think, first and foremost about its characters. And there is a great deal of affection for every character that populates this film. And I think that is probably first and foremost the greatest strength that this movie has. I think it's a great film. I would not be surprised if, yeah, next time I watch it, I'm like, oh, 5 stars. I underrated it last time. It's a really, really great work from Charles Burnett.
I totally agree with you, buddy. I mean, the love there for this family, it almost is like you can tell the minute, um, they make that mistake with the knife, right? When the knife goes into Susie's hand, after the brothers are fighting, and they become those little children again, right? They become the little boys when she goes to the operating room, or when she goes to the emergency room, and when Gideon wakes up and she covers it up with a lie, because like the lie would, I mean, the truth would probably hurt him more than anything else. And then him making those kind of light jokes about like, you wore my shirt but you didn't wear my shoes and they're too big, you know what I mean? And so slowly you can feel as if this family is being able to breathe just as much as Gideon is, and that they can get slowly back to the way things were. There is this hilariousness about the fact that death vanquished itself, right? Or like I said, I think that
Hmm.
kid put those marbles there, you know, and byproduct of not listening to your adults is what a
The
kid did
moral
there.
of the story, never listen to your parents.
There you go. But the fact that like they have to wait to get this body out of there, and they're all like just the guy at the end being like, "Well, we'll put a note down there and we'll tell them that we went on to go eat and live our lives, and we're not going to let this. Essentially, we're not going to let this evil thing that's still laying around here affect us anymore. We're going to move on and have a good time." And that is sort of a hilarious high note of just being like, this body is just like lingering and staying there. In reality, there
It
would be
that
a
part is
stench.
genuinely funny. That
I
is
mean,
black comedy.
I mean,
Yeah.
like the fact that like there would be a stench so foul, right?
They underplay that for sure.
And
They
but
don't
no,
really
but like I
realize
think
that.
that that's a kind of a point, Jay. It's like, well, if he was a normal person, if
Oh,
Harry was a
okay.
normal
All
person,
right. Okay.
that body
But
would be
he's just a
decaying as well.
vessel
But
for
he is a
evil.
vessel for evil. And
All right, I
so
like that. I
there's
like that.
nothing there that is human and would be a normal of that in that situation. And so that's why it can still, it's vanquished but living there until it is removed, which it will
In
be removed
2023,
shortly.
Danny Glover was inducted into the Black Music and Entertainment Walk of Fame in Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta doing their part to respect Danny Glover.
We should respect him. We should respect people that are, you know, too old for this shit. You know what I
He's the
mean?
man.
Truly is. When are they going to do Lethal Weapon 5?
Oh, that's coming up soon, probably.
Got to tell you this about the Lethal Weapon movies. You ready?
They're good.
We should have had 100 of them.
Should have had 100 of
We
them.
should have had 100 of them. All four of them are great. Even the fourth one. I
Lethal
don't
Weapon.
care. I'd watch 100 more of those movies if Mel Gibson was a complete asshole and Danny Glover
Mel Gibson
probably
is
was a
my
tyrant.
my great weakness. He's such a good movie star.
I got to
He's
tell you, did you ever watch the movie Edge of Darkness with him in it?
yeah, that's the one where he's a dad. No, I mean, isn't that the one? Like or am I thinking of a different one?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of a different one. Edge of Darkness is the one with him and Ray Winstone, and like his daughter gets killed or something, and
Right.
it's
Yeah, his
yeah.
daughter. Yeah,
And Danny
it's
Houston, yeah, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
one of the daughter ones. Yeah.
yeah, it's like the pharmaceutical. It's like essentially like his Taken in a lot of ways, right? And I
Right.
remember that.
He was in that mode for a while. Yeah.
Listen, I gotta tell you, I know everything was bad with Mel, but I took my then girlfriend, and my wife, to that movie to go see it in theaters, and her response was, "Why the fuck are we seeing this in a theater?" And I went, "I don't know. It looked good, and you know what? It was good. It's a good movie. You
The
should."
one for me, you
The
see Get the
Beaver's good too.
Gringo?
Oh, Get the Gringo. I haven't seen that one. I never saw
Get the
it.
Gringo rocks.
Was it good? All
It's
right.
so good.
All
Oh,
right.
watch that one. That movie rules.
I gotta give that a go. Um,
Uh,
and also, you gotta watch The Beaver.
I mean, I liked Dragged Across Concrete.
I did not like that movie. You know that.
I like that movie a lot.
Yeah. Are those guys gonna make any movies, or are they just too busy in Trump's
No,
cabinet?
they just announced S. Craig Zoller announced a new movie recently.
He seems like a Trump guy.
Empire City, starring Gerard Butler, Haley Atwell, and others.
He's big with Vince Vaughn.
So there you go. Yeah, him and Vince Vaughn are buddies for sure. He's definitely a conservative filmmaker,
He's one of those guys, right?
but he makes good movies.
Bone Tomahawk's a great movie, though. I like
Oh,
that
Tom
movie.
Hanks good. Bralin's Cell Block 99
That's a
was
good
good.
movie. Yeah.
I
And
think
just,
Dragged Across Concrete is actually like quite good.
it was not my cup of tea. Thought
It's
it was a
quite
little,
long,
it's quite long
very
and
long.
I think it's leaning too much into the tendencies of maybe the regular life of S. Craig Zoller. Thank you very much.
Mm.
But it's, yeah, he'd be an interesting one to talk about.
Never gonna happen, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, I'm just trying to lean into one of your guys, that you go to your meetings with.
Absolutely. You
Seems
say
like
that
a.
to the guy who has a Clint Eastwood podcast.
What are you calling that again? Conversations with
Boy, oh
Clint?
boy. Is that right?
I think
Sounds
so.
right.
That's what Jesse said on this podcast.
I think
I
that's
still
right.
think
It
get
might
off
be
my.
Clint,
I still
Clint
think get off my
Cast. I
pod.
don't know.
Get off my pod should have been what it was called.
Well,
Get off my pod. Yeah, that would have been really good.
well, that no, that sounds more like
Clint. Oh well, that
Air
sounds
Force
more like
One.
Air Force One. But doesn't he like get off my lawn in Gran
I
Torino?
don't know that he literally says that.
I'm pretty sure he says far worse things in that movie than what I just said.
No,
So,
what do you mean?
oh, you think he's lovable in that movie?
Remember how good Mel Gibson is in Signs?
Remember when everybody went to go see American Sniper, a massive piece of propaganda?
I'm gonna have to cover that on the pod here eventually, and I don't know how I'm going to go about that.
Because you have to rewatch it.
Well, I have to talk about it. Mel Gibson was so good.
They were great together in those movies. Those
He
movies
was
are
great in
good.
the Lethal Weapons. Lethal Weapons are great.
So I think a 4 for 4
He was Mad
franchise.
Max.
Yeah. But you know what? Tom Hardy can be Mad Max now. That's okay. We're never going to see another Mad Max movie anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I don't think so.
Goddamn Furiosa flopping.
Did you
It's a
like
good,
Furiosa?
it's a good movie.
Thought it was great.
That's a great movie. George Miller can make whatever movies he wants, just as long as they don't have AI in it, because that was disappointing.
What had AI in it?
He's
Furiosa have
he
AI in it?
no he's kind of pro the
Is he
AI
very
stuff.
he's AI curious?
He's AI curious, and it's
Okay.
disappointing. Yeah, like the man that almost killed everybody in the desert to make his movie is like, maybe we could use it. You know,
What do you think people are going to do when they realize that this has been an AI podcast for years?
then maybe they can stop hating me for all the problems that they have in their rotten life. Like I don't know what to tell you. I get so much shit. See all of it, and it makes me laugh because it's like, guys, I've been doing this for 8 years, and as long as Jay keeps wanting to do it, I'm going to keep doing it.
Hey, by the way, 5 stars. Talk about me. Talk about how much you like me.
Yeah, just I saw one. Are you ready for this? I saw
Okay.
Jay or Sophia and myself and Eric did Ethan Semi's movie draft podcast,
Hmm.
and Ethan's such a nice guy. And I saw the comments because we did it for like an Oscar draft, and the comment read, and I'll find it and I'll send it to you, Jay, because it was so funny. It was just like, I feel bad for Sophia who has to put up with Eric and Ryan's annoying asses every day. Like it was like pitying her for having to deal with
Hmm.
for both of our craziness.
I
And
mean,
you
to
know
be
what?
clear, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair, but also she chose that.
Man, I'm so excited for the resurrection of the Christ parts 1 and 2.
It's not going to have your guy though in it.
JC?
Jimmy C.
Damn.
He's not going to be in it.
Well, he's too old. He's too old to be Jesus
Do you
now.
think those movies will make money?
Yes, they'll make so much money.
What do
Are
you,
you
what do you
kidding me?
what do you think about Michael not making a lot of money? It seems like it's not going to be as big a hit as we thought.
Is that the
Yeah, they were
buzz?
tracking like 100 million and now like to open, and now they're like saying it's going to be like 40.
Ooh, if that movie makes 40, that's like a disaster.
No, to open.
Well, I know $40 million opening weekend for Michael is a
I think,
disaster.
well, like domestic. I don't know what international
No, I
numbers
know.
are.
Let me go look at Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, I think Bo Rap made like Bo Rap had legs. It
It
was a
definitely
big.
had legs, but I bet you it made more than
It had
40
legs
million
and it kicked
opening
you.
weekend. God, that movie made $900 million. What are we doing? Oh, domestic opening only 51. Okay.
All right, Michael.
All right.
Just gotta get
So
those anim.
maybe you'll get to like 600 worldwide.
Yeah. What do you think Project Hail Mary is gonna end at?
I have
400?
no idea what it's even at. Where is it right now?
I think it's like 360.
Project Hail Mary, 330 worldwide.
330
So yeah, we'll
worldwide.
probably get to like four.
For well, it's only weekend two.
Yeah.
Maybe 450.
I'm saying four. I'm just gonna
Okay.
say four.
Okay. Four. That means it only makes 70 million more worldwide. That's a little low.
Is it only weekend two? All
Well,
right,
this will be weekend
450.
three coming up. Yeah.
I'll give it 450.
Okay. All right. We'll just be nice to it.
Mm.
And Star Wars and Grogu over 500, right?
I still haven't seen it. No, Star Wars and Grogu is gonna fall flat on its face.
Can't wait when you're wrong on that one.
It's going to be the lowest grossing Star Wars movie of all time.
What is it? What does it have to make in order to do that? It would be solo money.
Yeah, let's look at Solo.
And you're talking live action. You're talking animated. So
Yeah. I'm not.
kind of that one Clone Wars movie that came out. This is really great for our podcast listeners.
392 million. I
God,
think it will make less than that.
it's gonna clear it
Nope.
by weekend two. It'll clear it.
Weekend two.
Yeah,
Oof.
it's gonna do really well. You're gonna be shocked how much people are gonna want to go see that stupid movie. I'm not saying it's gonna be good.
I don't think I'll see that in a movie theater.
I think if your kid tells you you want to, he'll go. Yep. If he
Hey,
sees a commercial for it,
he's not quite old enough yet. Yeah.
he could see that.
We're gonna go see Mario.
Oh yeah, you should take the kid to Mother
That
Mary.
movie's gonna take that movie's gonna make a bill easy.
What Mario?
Mario, yeah.
Illumination. They just make billion-dollar movies.
Bad $1 billion movies.
I still got to see Hoppers.
Hopper's good.
Yeah, you liked it.
I did.
I
Wrote a
think I'm gonna
review
wait
for
for
it on the
the.
website awardswatch.com.
I think I might wait for the plus. Is that fair?
That's fine. That's
Is
fine.
that fair? You're not mad at me if I miss that one.
No.
I gotta
I
see
mean,
my.
I quite like it, but
I gotta see my Toy Story 5
see
though.
that one. What's so interesting is everybody like great return for Hoppers. Hoppers made 300 million. That movie cost a lot of money.
It's all right. Toy Story 5 will make it all back for it.
Toy Story 5 is gonna crush.
That movie's gonna make. You
I'm
ready for
looking
it?
forward to it.
How much did Inside Out 2 make?
Over a billion,
Yeah, about like how much?
and that movie stunk.
And that's the highest grossing Pixar movie ever now.
Inside Out 2 made one, oh my God, 1.7 billion.
You ready for my prediction?
That's crazy. No,
Ready
Toy
for my
Story's not
prediction?
coming close to that.
I think it could. There's only three.
Toy Story
There's,
4 made 1.1.
they keep going up, by the way. I think the thing is that there's not really a lot of summer programming for children, just like there was with Inside Out 2. And families are gonna want safe options to go to the movies. Toy Story is a safe option for everybody that wants to go to the movies.
It is kind of interesting that
It's a four
there
quadrant kind of
isn't
film.
like a big kids movie every single month.
Yeah,
It
because
feels like free money.
kids movies, horror movies.
Just saw the trailer for Paw Patrol, the Dino movie.
Yeah, nobody's gonna see that.
Excited for that one. Oh, you kidding me? Paw Patrol's gonna make more money than freaking Grogu.
What was the? So this is the second Paw Patrol movie. Yes,
The third.
the third. What did the second one make? Smart ass.
Ooh. I don't know. It's gonna make less money than Grogu.
Yeah,
But
because
Paw Patrol the movie made 150 million.
What about the second one?
Paw Patrol the Mighty movie made 205 million.
It's getting up there.
But the thing is they're super cheap.
Yeah, they are super cheap. Also, though, like,
Budget for Paw Patrol the Mighty movie was 30 million.
wow. And Mandalorian
Crazy.
Grogu was probably what, $200 million budget,
650 million dollars.
and it looks like absolute
You know
garbage.
who the star of Paw Patrol the Mighty movie is?
Chris Pine or Chris Pratt?
McKenna Grace.
Oh, not Zachary Levi.
No.
Can I tell you when I was
Um,
walking to go see I Love Boosters at the premiere for South by, I walked past Zachary Levi. He was walking the other direction on the crosswalk in Austin.
I think he's a pretty big guy, right?
And just like Harry coming into the lives of this family, I felt a chill down my spine. Um,
Wow.
what I'll say is the man is a creepy dude. That's what I'll say. So,
Serena Williams is in Paw Patrol the Mighty
well,
movie.
she's got to do something. She's not hitting a ball on a racket anymore.
Mm.
Good for her. Serena rocks. Maybe the best, most dominant female athlete of our lifetime.
Yeah, probably.
Gotta be. So, Jay,
McKenna Grace. What has she been in?
before we get out of here, we're going to test your award season knowledge based on the film we just reviewed, Sleep with Anger,
Oh yeah, she's the Ghostbusters girl.
in a segment we like to call It's an Honor to Get Nominated. Jay,
And she was in Regretting You. You ever see Regretting You?
no.
What a film.
Is that the one with Allison Williams?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Demented movie.
We're getting way too, by the way,
Highly
we're
recommend.
getting way too many Colleen Hoover adaptations.
It's Colleen Hoover's world and we're just living in it, man.
You think so?
Apparently.
Apparently. Jay, was To Sleep with Anger nominated for any Academy Awards?
Yeah, it was nominated for Best Film that wasn't nominated, a new category that they introduced that year.
Good job, buddy. It was not nominated for anything at the Academy Awards. This was the year of Dances with Wolves, winning Best Picture,
You know what? Movie I've never seen.
Awakenings,
Hmm.
Ghost, The Godfather Part 3, and this little film called Goodfellas.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
Yeah. Um, but are you ready for this?
Hmm.
To Sleep with Anger was nominated for 7 Independent Spirit Awards.
Wow.
It walked away with 4 Independent Spirit Awards.
Okay.
It won. You ready?
I
Best
know the
screen,
glove. I know the glove got one.
best screenplay, Charles
Okay.
Burnett.
Fair.
Best supporting female, Shirley Lee Ralph.
Oh, interesting. Okay. She's very
Be-
good.
best male lead, Danny Glove.
Oh, they gave the glove lead.
Best director, Charles Burnett.
Wow.
And then the fucking movie lost best picture to The Grifters.
Mm. It's better.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting lineup of movies nominated at Indie Spirits. You ready?
Colleen Hoover went to Texas A&M.
You got to be fucking kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. We have been putting out these propaganda Aggie movies out there. This is what the. You got to be fucking kidding me. I'm
Excuse
angry
me.
now.
Hold on. 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 I
Jesus.
apologize.
Where?
She went to East Texas A&M.
Oh, I mean, that's even just as bad. She couldn't get into
She
the
went
regular
to
idiot school.
Texas A&M Commerce.
Still Texas A&M, isn't it?
It is in Commerce, Texas.
Yeah,
You know
but
where
it's
that
still
is?
got the Texas and the A&M in front of it, so it's
It
still.
does. It does. It used to be when she went there, it was called Texas A&M Commerce. Now it is called East Texas A&M University.
Gosh, she's not even smart enough to be able to get into the regular school full of chuckleheads and fuckle nuts.
It's got a lot more money than you and me.
Sure, but she's writing a lot of crap.
Hey,
Um,
stop it.
Profitable crap.
She wrote
Verity.
um, Point of Retreat.
There you go. The film's nominated. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
The Grifters.
Yep.
Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer.
Sure.
The Plot Against Harry, which is also, honestly, what you could call this movie. Pump Up the Volume. You ever seen Pump Up the Volume?
Negative.
Good movie. And To Sleep with Anger. You ever seen Portrait of a Serial Killer? Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer?
You know what? I have not.
You should watch that one. It's a good horror movie.
Yeah.
Michael Rooker is fantastic in that movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
have you watched The Grifters?
Mm-mm.
You don't have that criterion?
Negative.
You should get on that, buddy. It's a good one. Jay, can you tell everybody where they can find you and all your work on the internet, as well as also a recommendation of the week, buddy?
Yeah. Letterbox, J Ledbetter. Anything I'm writing, go find it on the great website, awardswatch.com. Twitter at Mr. J Ledbetter, where I pretty much exclusively retweet episodes of this podcast that you're listening to right now. Recommendation of the week. Um, Baseball. Go watch some baseball. It's fun. The ABS review system. Ryan, what are your thoughts?
I'm going to be honest with you, buddy. I haven't watched a lot of games to start off the season
Mm,
because, well, one, my team has started off 1-5 to start off the season, which is wonderful.
stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be a really rough year, I think, for Red Sox fans out there in general. Our team sucks. Let's just say this, and I blame LeBron James all for
Mm,
this because LeBron and his team, ever since they stuck their greedy fingers all over this team in a minor ownership share, we have gone downhill exponentially ever since. And I think, honestly, for LeBron, it's a way to um, fuck over the people of Boston that treated him like shit for years, which is fair. But as outside Bostonian resident of that zip code that is a Red Sox fan, I've been wildly pissed and inconsistent with the way we've run management. I hope that means we tank and we get good picks. My dad's an Astros fan, so I kind of watch from afar, but I in no way means that it makes me a Red Sox fan. I know you are a Braves fan. I root for
Braves
you.
4-4-2 as we
I,
record this episode.
I
Feeling
root for
good.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I know that our good friend Sean Fennessy, who's a Mets fan,
Mm-hmm.
would not like you to succeed. Um, but
Yeah.
but and anybody else in between, like I mean, I know we have a lot of I don't know what everybody's affiliations are with baseball, but yeah, I've got one of the best teams in basketball, and I got one of the fucking worst teams in baseball. So, what is this review system that you're talking about?
The ABS system,
Sure,
they now review balls and strikes. And
you're kidding me.
like in tennis when they review it and they have like the graphic and everybody's like, "Oh," and then they have like the computer graphic that shows whether it was in or out. It's like that now.
Okay,
Um, and it's electric.
do you think it's a good thing?
I have some like moral questions about it. They are only allowed two. So you're allowed two, and if you get it right, you keep them.
Oh, okay.
So if you get two wrong, you're out. And if you continue to get them right, uh you can have as many as you want. But The problem I have is not really inside or outside. The problem I have is up or down.
Yeah,
Because up or down is sort of an imperfect formula to begin
that's a
with.
subjective thing.
Right.
It's based on people's
Inside
height.
outside is obviously like the plate, which
Yeah,
okay, totally valid. I get it. Up or down,
that's
I've got
tough.
some questions about.
That's tough.
If you are quote unquote like off up or down an inch, it's like should kind of just be what they called, you
What
know.
do you? I never asked you this, but what did you think of the accelerated clock on the pitchers?
Huge plus. I
Yeah,
mean, one of the best things that ever happened to baseball. If I was a pitcher, which I was growing up,
you'd hate
livid,
it. You'd be hating it, right?
absolutely livid. You know,
I just don't like the idea of like we gotta like something about a baseball game to
it
me.
makes the game so much better though.
I know it makes the game better for the casual person, but like as the purist, I know that when I go to a baseball game, like
If
it's
you're going to a baseball game, I get it. If you're watching it on TV, it was getting ridiculous.
yeah. I mean, but like if I'm paying season tickets, I don't want them to be like, this isn't speedball, it's baseball. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
A
it's
little bit.
mostly a TV product.
I know it's mostly
It's
a
an
TV
entertainment
product.
product.
I know, but their TV deals suck because they're not relevant. Like baseball's not as relevant as it used to be.
Baseball
Not as relevant as it used to be, buddy, and you know it. Don't even argue me.
might have passed NBA.
Might have passed NBA.
I think baseball is number two now.
It doesn't have like a legitimate like contract anymore.
I think NBA is fading and MLB is rising
I think you're nuts.
in
NBA
popularity.
I think NBA is doing just fine. I think it's going to be
I
doing
think
even
NBA
better.
is doing really well with being in the public consciousness. I don't think it's doing very well as far as people actually watching basketball.
I think that I don't think people are watching baseball.
I think people watch their local teams.
I mean, yeah, but some of those are in big markets. I didn't even know when fucking opening day was. Like that's rough, buddy. You know what I mean? Like it was I found out about it like because I saw like a Yahoo email and I was like,
Based on
"Oh,
the recent data, more people watch baseball than basketball. Um, MLB generally draws viewership
well, I
for
mean,
championship
they're all
games,
well, they're
has a
showing
higher percentage of viewers.
well, to be fair, when baseball, the majority of baseball is being played, basketball and football aren't being played. Like in the
No, I'm
summer.
talking about like playoffs.
Oh, you're talking about playoffs.
That is what this thing that I just found is.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
U.S.
baseball.
viewership as of 2025, a survey found 29% of Americans watch MLB, while 24% watch the NBA.
What about the NFL?
Well, NFL is obviously higher.
I'm just asking.
In the 2020s, the MLB World Series has generally averaged higher viewership than the NBA Finals, often by over 1.5 million
Well,
viewers.
to be fair, I was talking about more just generally the whole season, but like, yeah, I mean, baseball playoffs. Everybody watches fucking baseball playoffs. Like, baseball playoffs are like literally in the middle of football season. It's
I think the
great.
NBA
It's
regular
great.
season has taken a
Well,
dive.
baseball season playoffs get the
Oh,
benefit
here's an
of
article.
coming.
New York Times 6 days ago has MLB overtaken the NBA as America's number two league.
Well, you can quote the Times all you want. I think that baseball has a
The
significant advantage. Hang on. Let me finish my point. I think they have a significant advantage with their playoffs because for like Fox, who gets to host the World Series, their lead-ins to some of those World Series games are your prime Sunday football games, and that's a big advantage for them as opposed to the NBA. And
the
that's not an excuse. I'm just saying like that's a great advantage for baseball
you
because
know it was a big boost for baseball?
the clock.
The WBC.
I agree.
World Baseball Classic was a big deal.
I agree. That's why I think the NBA. I think that's why the NBA because it's becoming such an international game. The best players in the world are becoming international. They have to embrace that. a little bit more, don't you
I
think?
think my favorite sporting event I will watch in 2026 was the gold medal hockey game.
And then you were hanging out with Cash Patel.
Ah, he's coming on for the next episode. He's coming on for Annihilation of Fish.
Oh my God. Um, iTunes, Spotify, 5-star reviews are greatly appreciated. We're on the website. Please sign up for the newsletter. It's the best place to get all the news, reviews, interviews, podcasts. One place you can find all my work at AwardsWatch, iTunes, Spotify, or I already said that part. Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, Blue Sky, Ryan McQuade 77. Recommendation. I mean, Jay kind of actually said it. Like, watch some baseball if you're able to watch baseball. Get ready for I think a great NBA playoffs we're about to have. Um, yeah, I mean, like, there's what else is there going on out there? There's a great film out in theaters right now. If you have the chance to see it, if it's still out there, it's Mirror's Number Three. It's the latest film from Christian Petzel.
Oh yeah, I gotta watch that one.
Um, Another wonderful Hitchcockian Paula Beer vehicle from Christian Petzel, one of our truly best filmmakers we have working today. Jay, did you see the news that he's going to make one with Nina Haas and Paula Beer next?
Saw that. Yeah,
Sign me the fuck
it's
up for
exciting.
that, right? That's gonna be
Yeah,
great.
Petzold, one of the best we got going right now.
Petzel, my guy. Petzel, great. Who doesn't love Petzel? Get out of here.
What's your
So,
favorite Petzold?
Phoenix.
Yeah, Phoenix is probably right.
Transis is really good though too.
Transit rocks.
Yeah, I like the last one. What was the last one that he did before?
A fire.
A Fire was great.
Fire
Talk
was
about
good.
talk about just an asshole of a character, but man, that ending, whoo,
Great.
great movie indeed. Anyway, thank you all so much for listening. We will be back next week to talk about the Annihilation of Fish and close out our Charles Burnett movie series already closing it out. But
Quickie but a
hopefully,
goodie.
but hopefully closing it out with a bang. Thank you all so much for listening, and we will see you all next time.